criminalize the use of force, coercion, harmful teasing, or threats to aggressively abuse and dominate a lower person. Based on the recent happening around surrounding the case of young Sylvester who lost his life no thanks to bullying. Today on the streets of Lagos, we're asking the good people what they think about bullying and the best way to curb it. My name is Marian. Welcome to Street Voices on TV Independent. Don't go anywhere. Okay, sir. So, what are your thoughts as to bullying? What do you think about bullying taking hold in Nigeria?
Bullying started from time immemorial. Like myself, I attended two Catholic secondary schools, St. George's College, Obinomba, and St. Anthony's College, Ubuluku. There's bullying in those schools. One minister of the gospel now, I don't want to mention his name, I'm his junior. I sleep on top of his bed, and he's always down in the body house. He used to bully me. Right now, he's a minister of the gospel. He used to bully me.
You experienced bully at that age and time.
Yes, 1970 to 74. That is my bracket of schooling.
So how did you come out of it?
I came out of it reporting to the principal and the housemaster. And there and then he was cautioned. That man that was bullying me. But it is still there all over the place. And it became worse that even now in primary schools, there are children in the cultism. And I blame the society. If we start from the government, the method of selecting our rulers has been faulty. We don't have leaders in Nigeria, we have rulers. And most of our political class, without apology, are area boys. Their process of entering are not good. So even if you enact a law now, it may not be effectual because the society is 90% of a rotten system. So for bullying, any child caught in any institution bullying any person, the principal, proprietor, housemaster, housemistress should go for a minimum of 3 years imprisonment.
Okay, for bullying, for supporting bullies or what?
For negligence of duty. Because if they are performing their duty, it will be observed and reported and action will be taken. The child or the children will be expelled.
From my own perspective, bullying comes in two ways. When we're growing up, we learned a lot of things from our parents first because our first teachers as kids were the parents, right? What we see them do is what we will definitely emulate. What we see them say, that's what we definitely want to start saying. Mama, I remember I pronounced my first name, Mama. It's Mama I started pronouncing as Mama. So if a child grows up and meets violence, he's not going to be far from living from the life of violence. And that means that if he sees where a child is sees where parents are always fighting each other, maybe brothers also are fighting the elder one, there's always, sort of kind of violence, definitely. He stick to the child. So he feels, or he or she feels that that's the best way to solve problems. So that starts from there. So I think if the parents are able to understand that we must not do these arguments and fighting in the thank you, then it will help them psychologically to be able to relate with other kids at school. Like me, my parents, my mom, mama, and papa, they tell you straight, my dear, this is how life is. If you go out there, go find trouble, they go beat you. I'm an African kid. I was raised that way. They go beat you. But if you don't find trouble, all of us will go fight that fight for you. That is it. Do you understand? So she's logical. She's straight. So I think the bullying starts from home. And at the same time, the bullying also starts from peers. Sometimes you might raise your kids very well. Like, I remember the first time I wanted to try smoking. They don't teach me how to smoke for house. My mama don't teach me how to smoke. I don't even see my brother smoke. But one day I go try to smoke. Why? Peers, my friends, and I follow. So sometimes bullying too comes from the people you hang out with. You can see that your friends are acting like, now that's how they do them. Then you go start, okay, that's how it's supposed to be.
So what's the way forward?
The way forward is always check on your kid. Always follow them, bumper to bumper. I was raised where I'm proud of my parents, wherever they are. My parents will always try to know who are my friends, where I go, what I do. And then when I was growing up as a kid, I thought that it was just policing. But I realized that, oh boy, that thing, thank you, that thing really helped me and shaped me as a person. The way forward is check on the kids. Make sure to know who they are always hanging out with. Go to their school, check their grades. Make sure that, I remember sometimes with the change results. See, I'm not joking. Yes, because check, make sure that this grades that this guy brought home is actually worth what. Yeah, there was a time I took fourth in my school. I brought it back to my dad. My dad said, "This your average, like this is my average scores." And so he said he doesn't want this position. He said that means your people in your class are all dumb people. So that is how smart my father was. So you cannot outsmart your parents. So if you have to raise a kid or raise a child, be smarter. Because these days, the children of this, I don't know whether they put computer with their brain come. But the most important thing is the way forward is, as I've said before, check on the kids, go to their school, speak to the teacher, have a godfather for your kid. Have a godfather or have a godmother, be teacher. Let somebody that is and you are sure of, be very, 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 putting his or her eyes on that key, on the kids. And then your kids to communicate often with them. Ask, what are your challenges in school? What are the things you need? Who is pressuring you? If they bully you, picking, if they bully you, talk. Make them know they won't go bully. But sometimes we are always shy away. We don't want to talk about stuff. But ask your child. Ask if there's anything. Always ask. My father said, talk to me. I will always find a way around in solving issues. So I think that's the way forward. Make sure you're checking on the kids and make sure they are in good state.
Okay, bullying in school is not nice at all. Because looking at the recent case, I went to a boarding school, and in boarding school, I see a lot of people getting bullied in school.
Okay, you saw that.
Yes.
What was the most terrifying situation you witnessed back then?
Even when they bully people in school, they don't have this self-confidence again. Yes, they get so shy, and you see them, so they'll just sit down in class like hello, they sit down in class and they be looking, and it's really, really not nice. Even there was the university I went to, there was a guy they used to bully in the school. That guy, when he comes to class, like, he doesn't allow anybody to notice him in the class. So when you enter inside the class, you just sit down. Even there's a time that a lot of people will hit you, and I'm like, uncle, can't you not fight? They'll hit him and everything. So when people get bullied in school, it tends to reduce that self-confidence. Then it also tends, like, it's something that is going to be a scar on them, like, forever. Before they can get out of that scar, it takes a long time.
So how do you think we can stop bullies in our society? How do you think we can curb it?
Okay, I just feel that if people, like, now, starting from our parents, when they're taking people to, first of all, it starts with age. Some people, they take their children to school at a very little age, which, that when you see 9-year-old in school, obviously if they're taking 9-year-old to school, they will bully the child in school. So even with that, the case that happened now, that the guy was bullied and they said don't tell your parents. Why would you not tell your parents if you are bullied in school? So no matter the situation you're facing in school, you should be able to tell your parents that, okay, this is what I am passing through and everything.
What if in a case whereby the child actually spoke up about being bullied? Yeah, what should the parents do at that particular moment?
Okay, first of all, I feel the parents should just withdraw the child from that school.
Okay.
Withdraw the child from the school. And number two, you should try and build self-confidence. You should try and let the child know that, okay, he's being loved. No matter what he's passing through, he's being loved.
Are you a parent, sir? Yeah. Okay, so your child goes to school and then comes back to tell you that a senior in school is bullying them. As a parent, how would you react to that situation?
As a parent, I think I have to, see the management and, um, tell them what, my son has, explained to me, and they should work toward. And school management to also ensure that they have monitoring team, monitoring team that monitors activities of these kids, more especially after school. After school, all kids should go home. Nobody hang out anywhere. I guess they should work on that.
Okay, so tell me about your secondary school life now. Did you attend day or boarding school?
Boarding school.
Boarding school. Okay, so tell me the experience. Were you bullied while in boarding school?
Not really. I can say maybe once or twice.
Okay, what happened? Did anything out of the ordinary happen?
Yes, I was asked to crawl on stones and all those things. But I wasn't really bullied per se, because I always had your school mother to rescue me and all those kind of things. And I was never really small. I was always, looking big. Even my seniors, I was bigger than them. So they were kind of scared of me, but the little of them that wanted to pick on me and everything, they bullied me from time to time. But I was fine though.
Okay, so what do you think about bullying? What can you say about it?
I don't know. I don't like it personally because it doesn't do any good to anybody. It's only makes you sad and makes people to think. I can't say I really had bad experiences because I was also a sharp mouth, a bit smart mouth, or what they call it. But I never really let anybody put me down. I was always on my guard and all that. So bullying is not good. I don't like it, and I never bullied any junior.
So how can we eradicate it?
I think it's just about talking to the seniors, letting them understand that it doesn't solve anything. If a junior is wrong, you can correct and maybe report to the teachers or authorities around. You don't have to bully anybody.
So, for example, say you're a parent, and then you get home, your child tells you, "I've been bullied in school today." What would you do at that moment as a parent?
I would go to the school, tell my child to fish out who bullied them, and try to talk to the senior or ask why. If I see it's a valid reason, I'll tell them you should have just reported to a staff or a teacher or somebody. You don't bully a junior. So I'll just try to tell the school to be more observant, put the right rules in place, like make sure there is no bullying.
So, what if nothing happens, even after you've gone to the school?
There are many schools. I remove my child. Oh. There are other schools, please. I'll take my child somewhere else.
Okay, so who is to be held responsible for bullies in schools?
Uh,
Say parents or society?
no, I won't say parents. I'll say the students because they know what they are doing. They're actually old enough. They know right from wrong. So they know what they are doing. They know they are inflicting pain on someone else. So it's the students. They need to be reoriented. They need to be spoken to. They need serious talk and counseling.
Okay, well, I think bullying someone is something that it's not good, irrespective of who you are. Either you come from the background of great family or not. But I also think that the schools should find a way to sensitize their students. We are in the generation we have now, or the world we have now. We can see that the younger generation now, they tends to take everything for granted, and it all depends from the background that this they come from. So if you have parents that can actually tell these children the right thing to do, when you preach love to people, you'll be able to understand that showing love to others means you are giving all your best, you are giving all your all to them, to prove the love that they are showing to others. So when you try to show love, it means that anything bullying, having negative feedback to people, you won't be able to dispense such, to others. So I think good sensitization from the parents, from the school, and from people in the environment that you work with would actually make an impact, in eradicating the word
So,
bullying.
who would you blame for bullies? Would you blame the parents or would you blame the society?
Well, if you ask me, I think you have to blame uh, the parents. You blame the society that it belongs to. You know, parents cannot do it all alone. We all move around, we interact with other people, friends, family. The school also, the parents are not in the school. The work you go to, your parents are not there. So those are the environments we're talking about. The people in that vicinity, they are the environment. Wherever you find yourself at a certain time, it's the environment. So the people around, they are the environment, and they tend to affect your behavior, you know, if you did not take absolute control of yourself. Yeah. So
If you don't have proper home training,
yeah, proper home training as well. If you don't have proper home training, people around you can easily influence you. So that's just it.
It is indeed a sad one. Parents, teachers, society, we all have a part to play in dishing out correct individuals and citizens to be our leaders of tomorrow. My name is Mary, and thank you for sticking with us. Don't forget, you can also be a part of this conversation. Let us know, how do we curb bullies in our society and schools in general? Thank you for sticking with us. This is TV Independent, and you have just seen Street Voices.